sort of working here the way that I wanted it to, so let's take a look. Here's our camera. We get down to this level. I still have to figure out the culling of the mesh pieces that are under like this, but you can see the mesh density is actually pretty decent for like surface level at this point. You could go deeper as well, which is the whole idea of it being recursive, is I could divide these up further. And now I can just subdivide it on the fly or merge it on the fly based on how far away we are. This is reasonably performant now too, like it's not really hitching too much, and the hitching that there is would be pretty minor if you were like not moving the speed that I'm moving the camera at right now, because we're moving the camera at like a planet scale. You would be going a lot slower. So I have like the culling when they go out of bounds, but I don't have the culling when they're like under the mesh. Like the ones underneath need to cull as well. But I mean, this is promising for sure. I think this is already good enough to where you can have like a reasonably detailed planet to land on, and it can go up. Like we can subdivide these more times without a ton more expense. Like I could like 2 more subdivisions just like right around the player. Now, one thing that I got to figure out, which is going to be a challenge, is all my math for subdivisions right now is based on how close you are to the sphere, but it's not taking into like account like terrain elevation, which would actually be important for, like, we would want to know distance to the actual surface or some reasonable approximation of that. But yeah, this is pretty nifty. I like it. See, like, so it's kind of hard to tell where the inflection point is in like very elevated areas, because it's on the surface of the sphere and not the actual planet. So like that's something I still got to figure out. But I would say that like the hardest part to figure out is done now. You're gonna fix yourself? Well, it broke right at the end, but I did just get this working a few seconds ago. I think if I move it too far too fast... Oh yeah, you know what it is? It's like jumping WOD levels. You can't handle it. So instead of setting the WOD level equal, we should just increment it on each pass, or decrement it. And that would probably fix the like jumping. Like imagine, instead of just, oh, here's your new WOD level after like flashing the camera to a place, if your WOD level's 5 and you get a new WOD level of 1, I think is what causes it to break like it just did. And that's also why when you get back close to it and then pull back out slower, it works properly because you're only going down by one ladder level at a time. But if I was to just jerk it, nope, I couldn't do it fast enough. Jerk it, it doesn't have time and it gets stuck. But if instead of setting the ladder level to the new ladder level in every pass, I just took the ladder level and decremented it or incremented it until it was equal to it, then it would like balance out after multiple passes, right?